Okay, our first candidate will be Mr. Timothu Delasandro. Timothy? Woo!
Howdy.
Howdy.
First, I want to say thank you to the College Republicans for hosting this forum and giving me an opportunity to speak with you tonight. I got a story for you, Ag. The saying goes, a recession is when your neighbor loses their job, a depression is when you lose your job, and a recovery will be when President Obama and Chet Edwards loses their jobs. My name is Timothu Delasandro. I'm the conservative candidate for Congress here in District 17. I'm a pro-life Christian. I'm a constitutional conservative. I live and I have my mortgage right here in the Bryan College Station area, Southwood Valley. I'm a United States Navy veteran. I served on active duty in the Republic of Turkey and at the National Security Agency outside Washington, D.C. I'm a registered nurse. My first job as an RN was working for the VA hospital system. I'm proud of my service on active duty, and I am particularly proud of my individual service and care for our veterans. And I'm the only Aggie in the race here this evening. Together, we're going to beat the hell out of the socialists in Washington. This election is about us, you and me. It's about, we are the citizens of one of the most conservative districts in this entire nation. This is about how to get our Central Texas conservative values and principles to Washington. It's about sending to Washington representatives that will protect our values instead of being corrupted by Washington's values while there. For the last 7 months, I've been talking with you up and down this district in courthouse squares, cafes, and forums. Tonight, I want to talk to you about what we've discussed that we need in a representative. We need a representative that will actually vote our values, and that is not the case today. I am the most conservative candidate in this race, and that is what we want our representative to be. This election is a referendum on conservatism. Now, we are all going to be Republicans here tonight, but you know that being a Republican is not the same thing as being a conservative, and that is what is wrong with our party today. This is not Ronald Reagan's Republican Party, and it's time for us to take it back. When I tell you I'm a conservative, it's not some check-off nod to our values. You and I fundamentally believe that our conservative Central Texas values are best for this nation. You and I believe in constitutionally limited government. If it's in Washington now, it probably doesn't belong there, and that includes current congressmen. You and I believe in the fundamental right to bear arms. You and I believe in tax cuts. We also believe in the hard spending cuts that must go along with them. You and I support the fair tax. You and I believe that our veterans should be able to go to the local hospital and doctor of their choice. You and I believe that we should have a comprehensive energy plan that has all options on the table, from wind and solar power to nuclear, but it must start with drill here, drill now.
Yeah.
You and I believe that we must secure our borders. We believe in immigration, but we also believe in the rule of law. We need to build a real and a virtual fence and remove incentives for violating our laws. Other topics we discussed are on our website. It's on my website, timothyforcongress.com. Those include solutions to end earmarks, to restore market-based to health care, and to bring fiscal sanity to Social Security. This current administration is on the wrong path. It's a road to fiscal disaster and serfdom. A fair share and an equal outcome is not very fair. Think about it this way. If you have a neighbor that's struggling to pay their bills, to make their mortgage and buy their groceries, would you advise them that the solution to their problem is to max out the credit cards and go on a wild spending spree? No. No. Can you believe a government that gives you that same advice?
No.
No. Can you believe a government that thinks that it can print money to spend its way out of the mess it dug us into?
No.
No. No, your grandma had this right. Save for a rainy day. And also, when you dig yourself into a hole, the first thing to do is?
Stop digging.
That's right. Stop digging. Socialism always fails every time it's tried. Conservatism always works every time it's tried. The Democrat Party has control of both houses of Congress and the White House. They will use that power to deprive us of our God-granted and constitutionally guaranteed rights and liberties. They passed almost $6 trillion in new spending since last October, and your congressman voted with Barney Frank and Nancy Pelosi for every single record penny of it. They've nationalized Wall Street. Is this the American way? No. They've nationalized our banks. Do we want Barney Frank deciding who gets loans? No. They've nationalized the auto industry. Do you want your vehicle made by government motors? No. They've created countless unaccountable czars. Can you show me the word czar in the Constitution? No. They've run up disastrous levels of debt. Is this what you want for your children?
No.
No. And now they're trying to nationalize energy and health care. Do you really want central planners deciding where your thermostat is set and who gets what care? No. They're bankrupting our nation. They're moving so fast because they want to keep you off guard, because they know that defending an entrenched government program is easier than defending their votes. If they're successful, more is coming. Look out, Act, card check, the Fairness Doctrine, the Freedom to Kill Babies Act, amnesty, and sweeping gun confiscation. Haven't you had enough? So have I. That's why I decided to run for Congress. It's time to take back our government. A government that can give you everything is a government that can take it all away. And look what we have here. The Democratic Party making bold promises that they're going to give you everything. I wonder why that is. Yeah? How many times have you thought in the last 8 months? How many times have we thought in the last 8 months? I'm afraid for my country. I know you have. It's the first thing you tell me when I talk to you. And I tell you right back, I'm afraid. When the government is afraid of you, that's liberty. When you're afraid of the government, that's tyranny. This must end. This must end here. This must end now. We cannot let anyone get back our nation and restore it to its proper foundation. Our district is ground zero in the fight to restore America. To stop this administration, we must take back the People's House of Congress from the socialists. We must start here, now. Conservative ideas work. We can't just be the party of no, and we aren't. But in the face of this administration and their socialist agenda, we must at least be the party of no, and not just no, but hell no. There are times where we need to send negotiators, compromises to Washington. This is not that time. We need to send a conservative sledgehammer. It is time to send our own political wrecking crew to begin to tear down the travesty that is the political machine in Washington and rebuild and restore a Republican form of government based on our proven foundations. We need a congressman who will be available to us. Our congressman spent most of August trying to avoid our feedback. We shouldn't shame our representatives. We shouldn't have to shame our representatives into speaking with us. Yet we saw Congressman Edwards firm at those town hall meetings. And why is that? He's naggy, and he knows what it means to violate the Yankee Code of Honor. So do we. We will not lie, cheat, or steal, and we won't tolerate those that do. The one thing we learned for certain is Ted Edwards has to go, and we need someone that will actually represent our district. Washington is broken. We know that. We don't need someone that will fit right into the current system. We need to change the system. We know the solutions, and you told me we need to replace our professional politicians with citizen legislators. We need farmers, engineers, and nurses to go to Washington or a spell, and then come back home so other farmers can fight. Thank you very much. God bless. Thank you so much.